Hello and welcome to a new episode of Airport CEO here on BongoPlanes. A potentially historic episode. It could be the last one in this series. As always, before we get too far into the video, if you should end up enjoying this video, then feel free to smash the like button. That really helps us out. And of course, if you are new around here, then you're always welcome to hit that subscribe button. Now, why is this episode potentially the last regular episode in this series? You might ask yourself after the introduction to this video. Well, it is because we are actually getting fairly close to the limits of what we can do in this playthrough. And the focus of today's episode will simply be to finish up the satellite terminal of Terminal 1, the building that we have been working on the last 2 episodes or so. Now, we will be finishing up the construction of that today, and once that is done, we will also start having operations here at the terminal. And yeah, as I say, with that then done, we are pretty much at the limits of what we can actually construct here with the space that we have available. Now, there is a little bit of room over at Terminal 2, so we could, in theory, actually make another little extension with some remote stands for Terminal 2. If that is something you are interested in, we can do that. The alternative would be that we make a so to say walkthrough of what we have constructed so far, where we go through all the different areas and take a closer look at that. Now, what we do is really up to you, and I will therefore have a little poll showing up right now in the right top corner, it should be, of your screen. You can vote for what you would like there, and of course whatever gets the majority, that is then what we will be doing in the next video of Airport CEO. But don't despair, in any case we will continue to make videos of Airport CEO. As you probably know, I'm already working on the next airport, and that is Berlin-Tegel, or I'm trying to make a sort of replica of Berlin-Tegel, and I have already recorded gameplay of that, and videos of those will start as soon as we wrap up this series here. So Airport CEO will continue to be a part of this channel for the foreseeable future. But enough talk about that. I want to talk a little bit about the interior design of the satellite of Terminal 1, because while it is nothing revolutionary, it is a little bit different than the way I've constructed my airports before. Now we have, as it is a satellite, we have no overground connection to any of the other buildings, but of course we have an underground tunnel over to Terminal 1. We have gates on each side of the building, and as you can see, we have quite a few shops here at the upper floor at level 1, which is of course where all the passengers will be boarding and deboarding the aircraft. That of course leaves us a lot of space at the ground level, which we could have used that space for example, baggage space, but as we were refurbishing Terminal 1 in last episode, we had some spare space there after the refurbishment, which we then used for baggage space. So we don't need to add any baggage space over here. So instead of doing or using the space for that, what we are doing is actually having the bathrooms and the staff rooms on ground level. They of course connected with escalators so that people can easily reach those, and that then saves us a lot of space at level 1, where we already don't have exuberant amounts of space. Space is here really at a premium, and we want to add as many shops as possible. Now, these shops won't be huge, grandiose shops that will house luxurious brands, but they will be smaller shops that will be probably much better for the type of passengers that we will have at this terminal, because Okay, this of course goes far beyond than what the game actually intends to do, but let's just pretend that this is reality. At this terminal, we will mainly have low-cost carriers. Now, that would of course mean that we also have a different type of passenger using this part of the airport. Now, low-cost carriers, passengers of those airlines are often quite different than what you would see on legacy carriers. Legacy carriers, of course, loads of business travelers, although that's of course also something that is slowly changing these days. It's more and more leisure as well, but traditionally legacy carriers would be mainly business travelers, and low-cost carriers would have a much higher amount of people traveling for leisure. And that of course often also means traveling on a budget, or just having completely different requirements when it comes to shopping in an airport. Of course, as I say, all this goes far beyond than what the game is intended for, and this is all pretend. But that is the idea behind then also having these smaller shops with less luxurious brands and so on and so on. And that's pretty much the idea behind the concept around this terminal. It's also a fairly simple construction, so if you were thinking about it in the sense of, well, you have low-cost carriers here, they will probably pay less at the airport. They don't in this game, but again, we just pretend. Then you would also have probably, if you had a terminal more or less exclusive for low-cost carriers, you would have a more simple terminal construction. An example of that is, for example, in Copenhagen. I don't know if you've ever been there, but if you have, you have the main terminal 2 and 3, which is a huge shopping mall. But you also have, I don't remember what they call that, but they have a low-cost terminal which they use for low-cost carriers. I think actually it's mainly used by EasyJet these days, but anyway. And the whole construction over there is much simpler. It's all much more down to earth. There are barely any shops, but all the things reflect that they're saving money because they also earn less money with flights from that terminal. And that is maybe a little bit the idea that I have behind here. Of course, you could say, why do you then have jet bridges? Then you shouldn't have that. But come on, it's the 21st century. Why not use jet bridges when you have them? Now, as you can see, we are currently signing contracts with different kind of brands here for these shops. And as soon as we are done with that, we need to work on the schedule for these new gates that we now have available. Now, as I mentioned, I would like to use the satellite terminal, or for that matter, all of Terminal 1, mainly for low-cost carriers. So that's, for example, EasyJet, it's Eurowings, it's Wizz Air, it's Ryanair, it's Norwegian or Transavia, all those airlines I would like to handle from Terminal 1 and the satellite here at Terminal 1. Of course, there are many ways of doing that, but the most simple way is simply by renaming your stands, which I did for all of the stands at Terminal 2. So they are grouped in the flight planner, and then it's really simple to see. So all the ones that I haven't renamed, they are at Terminal 1 or the satellite of Terminal 1. So it's really simple for me to figure out where to add the flights of specific airlines if I want to group them or basically focus them on a specific building. And I really highly recommend you, when you're playing this game, that you rename all the different things. You can rename pretty much everything. I mean, stands, boarding desks, check-in desks, and all sorts of stuff like that. I think you can even rename cars and stuff like that. You can also rename vehicle depots, which can also be great if you want to assign vehicles to a specific vehicle depot. It's just so much easier to figure out which one you want to assign stuff to when you have named it specifically, instead of it just being vehicle depot 39 or boarding desk 3 or 15 or whatever number it might be. So yeah, that's something I've started doing quite a lot, and it just helps me out organizing the game in a more easy way. All right, so constructions are actually finished over at the satellite now. So it is time to check out the first flights coming in. I don't remember anymore which one I scheduled to come in first, but I can see it coming in there. Let's see. And that looks very much like a Eurowings. So that is the first flight coming in here at Terminal 1, the satellite of Terminal 1. I have actually not tried it out. I've just fully packed my schedule. Maybe that's a mistake because I haven't checked that everything works out yet. Normally I do a test run. I haven't done that here. And no one seems to leave the aircraft, which is a little bit strange. Why are they not leaving the aircraft? Everything seems to be fine here. Weird. In fact, there's no one here at the satellite terminal yet except for some workers. So that worker just entered the jet bridge, but no one is leaving the aircraft. I mean, I can see the GSE is now arriving at the aircraft, so that's good. Strange. Let's see. Of course, the route as always. Yeah, so all the GSE stuff, that is just starting off now. But... jet bridge is connected. Does it come without any passengers? No. That would be a first. What is... Why aren't there any passengers that would go with the aircraft? I mean, there are people walking around here, so you can clearly get to this part. Let's see. Have I forgotten anything? This is the connection terminal. It's all a secure zone or safety zone or whatever it's called. Let's check here. That's alright as well. So, what's going on? That's fine. What could I have been missing? What is not working out right now? That's a bit strange. So there's plenty of people over here. Have they just not arrived? But again, no one left the aircraft, which is strange. That's all fine. There are flights scheduled. This is very strange. This is very strange. I mean, there's clearly people coming in, but of course, it could also just be for the flights that are coming into the Terminal 1 part, the older part of the terminal. Let's see. So some of the GSE stuff is done yet, or now. I'm not sure what this is. Is this catering that is going away now, or was that cleaning? I think that was cleaning. Well, here's another aircraft coming in. That's an EasyJet. Let's see what happens over here. So jet bridge is connecting. Some GSE is arriving. And well, I mean, I'm earning money. Has this glitched out? No, okay, now there's people coming out. For a second there I was thinking maybe it had glitched out and we just couldn't see the passengers, but there's clearly people coming out of this aircraft. So I don't know what's going on with the Eurowings. Maybe that's glitched out and the rest is working fine. That's a bit strange. But the EasyJet seems to... I mean, people are going out. I'm a bit concerned that no one has arrived yet for that flight, but... I mean, it's not that far to walk. People walk much further at Terminal 2, and they seem to do that just fine. Yeah, so I'm just checking these zones every now and then, just to see if I've missed something, but I don't think so. It's a bit... I mean, these people have just arrived with the EasyJet. So that's good. I mean, if they can walk from the satellite over to Terminal 1, then they can also do it the other way around. We seem to have some problems with the baggage belts. Or not. They said they were not connected. Of course, I forgot to remove the staff zoning here, which I just put there just to avoid having people running in and occupying this part of the terminal while it was still under construction. We also need to remove this wall so that the passengers coming in now can actually reach the baggage belt, which again saying that they're not connected. Why are they? But this is flashing up and disappearing. Maybe it was a mistake to pack my schedule so much already. That's strange. I mean, either it's connected or it's not connected. It can't be... I think I need to check... Well, this seems fine. The baggage belt's there, the directions, all that stuff is going... Let's see... What is going on with the baggage system? This seems fine as well, no? Yeah, everything is flowing in the right direction, as it should. Still, everything is fine. There's some luggage coming, but that's for the... And that's still the old part. It says to destination, so that's all fine. So it could pass through if it needed to go to the new parts. This is, maybe... I wonder what is going on here. So again, okay, but this is... No, this is still from the old... This is still coming from the old baggage base, which is, yeah, for passengers coming into the old part of Terminal 1. So that's, yeah, going up there. That's just fine. That works without any problems. We need to have some luggage coming in. Ah, now we see. We have luggage coming in. This is from one of the new baggage bays. It goes up here. No issues whatsoever. Goes all the way up here. Still no issues. So why is it saying that it's not connected? That makes no sense. Still, nope. Goes past there. Goes past there. And here. And up. Let's see. And it goes down here. And it goes into... Even though it says... I think the game is a little bit glitched right now, because this clearly works. It says it's not connected, then it says it is. It says it isn't, it says it is. It is clearly connected. So that's, there's no issue there. The EasyJet, no, both the EasyJet and the first Ryanair, the first Eurowings and the first EasyJet have both left. And the other aircraft here seem also to be going in and out. Honestly speaking, I think there has just, yeah, it's been glitching a little bit here, I think. I think that's the... That's strange, but it seems to run actually now. I mean, now it's also full of people. People are both, yeah, they're waiting for the aircraft. I think it's running okay now. If you have seen anything in these recordings now that I have missed, then let me know, then I can fix it next time. But I don't think so. I think that's okay. I think this was a successful launch of the new terminal, but yeah, I think I will test it off camera. And yeah, I think it's a good time to end today's episode. Don't forget to vote on what we should do next time, if we should make a walkthrough of the entire terminal, or if we should make a tiny little expansion for Terminal 2. You decide what we will do. Now, yeah, I will continue this off camera, see if there's anything that I've missed. But in any case, you're always welcome to let me know in the comment section below. With that, it is time to wrap up this episode of Airport CEO. Thank you so much for having watched. Don't forget, if you have enjoyed the video, to smash the like button. That really helps us out. If you're new around here, you are always welcome to hit subscribe. That would be absolutely awesome. And with that, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.